Good morning, my beautifuls. Hey, hello, bitch. Hello, Miss Barbara. Hello, Misty. All right. So we got an individual here. Oh my God, do we got a demon here? He was housed with Wade Wilson. Now, let me tell you something, which is really strange. This guy hasn't. He goes to trial next month. I think it was around the same date he took this woman's life in a horrific way. And I came across this case by accident. And then I looked into it more, and yeah. Okay, so this is, hold on, let me get his ugly face up here. And thank you for everybody being here. I appreciate you. I really do. Okay. This is Juan Robinson. This man has been arrested, and I couldn't find a template to put out. There's 2 more arrests, so that's 8, 9, 10. 10 arrests. This guy got arrested when he was 27 or 24, and what a demon he is. What happened is his kid's mama, right? She had an order of protection on him, and he went unalived the aunt. And he told him he was going to, if he got out, he was going to go unalive one of the family members, and he chose this one. Which, of course, because of Marcy's Law out there, we're not going to see it, but we're going to see the crime scene. Okay? So that's why the trigger's up there, all right? I found that by accident. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to put on my headphones in a minute. I'm sorry if I make noise. My new chair, it just makes noise. Okay, let's look at this individual. Let's see. State seeking the death penalty. So, yeah, it's another death penalty case. So, let's see here. Now, this here, State Attorney's Office will seek death penalty for Fort Myers murder case. Here he is here. Now, I get confused because it says here, I think with these 2 men here, I think that's when he robbed, let's see, Cape Coral, Lee County Jail. Okay, let's listen to what the DA has to say. Oh, shoot, I got to put on my headphones. Hold on a minute. Hold up, people. I love you, Miss Barbara. You know that. Hey, as long as you came in and said hi, that makes me feel good. Here we go.
Good afternoon. I am State Attorney Amira Fox. I am here to announce that this week I convened the Lee County Grand Jury for 2 unrelated cases. members of the grand jury have returned indictments against 3 defendants. In the first case, Jaquan Bernard Robinson, age 24, was indicted for 1 count of first-degree murder, a capital felony, 1 count of first-degree burglary with assault or battery, a punishable by life felony, and 1 count of violation of injunction, a first-degree misdemeanor. Robinson is accused of murdering a woman on or about October 14, 2020, in her Lehigh Acres home. The defendant is also accused of committing a burglary by unlawfully entering the dwelling and violating an injunction of protection that was in place for a member of the victim's family. The Fort Myers Police Department was the investigating agency in this case. In the second unrelated case, 2 defendants were indicted.
Okay.
Dexter Leonard.
Okay, we're not going to listen to them because we're focusing on Juan. Okay, he's 24 years old. Wow. He's super young. It's okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yes, I hope you feel better. Thank you. I appreciate you. Do you know you and Arctic Fox, like, you were the only ones that ever shared my stuff or tell people to sub up to me, and nobody knows where I am right now, or I feel nobody cares. Yes, I feel that way. Okay, because I've told many people, but no one comes here. Let's see. Grand jury indicts announced. Okay. Okay, she just said all that, so we don't need to. Oh God, look at what he was indicted on, you guys. First degree murder, it's a capital case. First degree burglary with an assault with battery, with a firearm. Conspiracy to commit first degree burglary with an assault. They should not have let this guy out of jail. Lee County should have not let him out of jail, especially when he threatened to take their lives. Count 1, first degree murder with a firearm. First degree burglary with assault or battery. Count 3, conspiracy to commit burglary. Okay. Oh, that's another one. Okay, that's another case. Sorry. Why are they adding? That's stupid of them to do that. Okay, I want to share this. A couple more things. Wait. Oh, God, you guys. I'm telling you. Okay, this is intent to seek the death penalty on that little demon. He's just a little guy. And I did make a mistake because in Wade Wilson case, he took their beautiful lives. It was, I think, October 12th to the 14th, but 2019, not 2020. Okay. Now, I don't know why this case wasn't in the news hardly. No, it's not at all. Look at this little demon. Look at all his arrests. This is him. Let's see, we'll start from the bottom. This was for probation violation, child and violence opposed conditions. Probation violation, child and violence of imposed conditions, resisting arrest, obstruction without violence. This is 2014. This is 2014 again. Where's this one say? Oops, sorry. 2015. Trespassing. He's leading up to resisting arrest. Municipal ordinance, alcohol beverage. Okay, that's the same one. Sorry. Probation violation. Marijuana, grand theft, Probation violation. Rules don't apply to one. Loitering, resisting arrest, contempt of court, injunction, protection order, domestic violence. Okay, this was April of 2020. Burglary, resisting arrest, damage to property. Did you get that date? 4/6/2020. That lady lost her life October 14th, but he did something prior to that. I think this is it right here. No. Homicide, burglary, contempt of court, damage to property. I'm coming to StreamYard. I'm sorry. All right, so we're going to look at the court docket here. All right, here we go. It was filed on 10/15/2020. Date of offense 10/14/2020. Gives his name. Look at he's just a little guy too. Look at him. 5'4", 145 pounds. But let me tell you what that demon did. Ooh. Okay, I'll make this bigger. Oh, my bad. Okay, officers arrived on scene and met with complainant. Stated that her current boyfriend, Juan, was threatening to harm her grandmother and throwing rocks at the windows. Did not observe Robinson throwing rocks or see him on the property, but it's believed to be him. Blank told officers that Blank currently has an active injunction against him. Blank did not know Robinson's location, but stated he is most likely on foot. She believes he left on the scene when the officers arrived. Okay, so at this time, they don't give a time frame. He's already in that area, okay? Officers contacted Blank, who stated that she also heard rocks being thrown at her window, but did not see Robinson. Told officers that she had issues with Robinson in the past and has confronted him about staying away from the residence. Officers advised Blank not to confront or contact Robinson if he returned. They advised her to contact police. So they left. Okay, officers canvassed the area westbound for Robinson, but were unable to locate him. While officers were documenting the incident at 1:39 a.m., Fort Myers Police Department received a call, emergency call response to Blank. The caller, Blank, advised that she had spoken to her boyfriend, Juan, and he had threatened to come to the residence to kill her grandparents. Blank also advised her aunt was screaming downstairs like someone's hurting her. Officer Blank and Blank. Sellers and Morgan, were the first officers on the scene. Officers observed Blank walking around outside the residence with a silver baseball bat screaming Blank's name. Officer Morgan did not hear any screams coming from inside the residence. Officer Morgan attempted to make entry through the front door on the north side of the residence where Blank resides in a separate apartment, which was locked. Officer contacted Blank, who directed them to a boarded up door that was nailed shut. She indicated that the door led to the apartment. Officer Morgan kicked down the door and gave verbal commands for anyone to identify themselves, but received no response. Officer Morgan made entry through the door, checked the left side of the doorway, and observed a white female, later identified as Blank, laying face down on the ground covered in blood. Officer Morgan called emergency medical services. Officers cleared the residence and did not locate anyone else inside. I mean, listen, this is so much like Wade Wilson. He got away from them, from in that house, you guys. On foot, barefoot. Okay. Officer Morgan observed that the north front door was locked prior to the entry and now unlocked and slightly ajar. Officers believed that the suspect may have left through the doorway. Officer Morgan checked and observed that she did not have a pulse. Officer Morgan advised officers to canvass for a black male wearing dark clothing and requested a perimeter along with a canine and aviation due to the time in which suspect may have left the scene. Officer Morgan repeatedly secured the residence as crime scene pending a search warrant. Arrest of Quan Robinson. Officer Morgan used Fort Myers Police Communication Channel 1 to relay that they needed other officers to come to their location. Officer Morgan advised over the radio to be on the lookout for a black male wearing all black clothing on foot fleeing from blank. Officer Morgan also advised the need for Lee County Emergency Medical Services to respond for a female that was downstairs with a large amount of blood. Okay. Officer Amador was on his way to blank. He observed a black male wearing a black ski mask, dark colored long sleeve shirt, black covered pants. The male was walking very quickly south on blank, passing the intersection at blank. Due to the proximity of the location of the incident and what the black male was wearing, Officer Amador attempted to speak to the male to determine if he was involved or just another person walking on the street. Officer stopped his patrol vehicle just south of blank. It should be noted that officer's patrol vehicle emergency lights were on. The male was breathing heavily and had watery eyes. It was hard to see his entire face due to the ski mask. The officer asked the male his name. Why did the officer say, "Take that mask off your head"? He gave the male verbal commands. Sorry, I had to take a drink. Okay, the male gave verbal identification. So he said who he was. Okay, the officer used Channel 1 to confirm the name of the suspect, and the responding officer should be on the lookout. Officers on the scene confirmed that Juan Robinson was the person. Officers arrived at the location where all the other officers were. They did a pat down. They put him in the vehicle. Officer Brown pointed out dry blood on the left forearm that was visual due to the long sleeve pulled up, exposing the forearm. He observed dry blood on both hands of Robinson and blood spots on his feet. Robinson's feet were exposed due to him not having shoes on. They did warrant checks. There was 2 order protections with no contacts against him. Due to the nature of the incident, let's see, all these detectives were summoned to the scene. Wow. They got the search warrant. Okay, they photographed, measurements were taken, and the search was conducted in the areas and items. Oh boy, you guys. All right. This is a little trigger warning here. Hold on, I'm coming into StreamYard. I want to see what you guys are saying. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Hey, Seth, how you doing? This is a horrible case. Horrible. He was housed with Wade Wilson. But they got along pretty good, too. Okay, so you got the medical examiner there. This is going to be a trigger warning. Okay. They located lacerations under the blank chin, at least 2 large lacerations, skull fractures to the head. Observed the wounds to head was consistent with having been caused by impacts by a blunt object. And Blank's brain was visible to the injuries. Blank's hands were bagged and preserved and transported to the medical examiner. What's this? All right. So they interviewed a bunch of people. Okay, there's a lot of redactions here because of all the orders of protection against this guy. Okay. So Blank lived on the first floor. Another family member lived on the second floor with their granddaughter and her 3 children. Okay. On the 13th, 10/18, Blank received a text message from Blank stating that, Grandma, please let Blank know if she hears something outside to call the police. She later went into the bedroom. She heard screaming downstairs. She grabbed her phone and flashlight, went downstairs to check on her sister, did not see the lights on in the apartment, which is uncommon. Beat on the door, no answer. Then she noticed the barn doors were open, which should have been shut, but did not hear anyone outside. Blank had her hearing aids out and would not have heard anything. Oh, man. The police arrived shortly later. Okay, they got the permission to break in, which we already read. And that Juan was the boyfriend, and he was going there every night wanting to see their 2 children. Robinson would tell Blank to call upstairs to get Blank to come down. Blank refused. Approximately 4 to 5 nights prior, Robinson was threatening to damage if they didn't come down with the children. Robinson's mother went to the house, and Robinson's mother was taken to the house, and he was taken to the mental health substance abuse care provider. Okay. Blank noted that by the time the police arrived, Robinson was gone. Robinson does not have keys. It was also reported recently, okay, it talks about the order of protections. Why wasn't he arrested? So he attacked her in her apartment, threw her on the ground, and punched her. Bunch of losers. Everything just kept getting worse and worse. If you look at the dates, it gets worse and worse. So another violation, burglary, indwelling, resisting offer with violence, without violence, resisting officer, okay, and criminal mischief. Then he recalled that on the morning of October 13th, Blank told her that Robinson arrived at the residence and requested that she produce Blank and his children. Blank told him he was not allowed to be there, kept a baseball bat in her apartment in case she needed it to come back. All right. Robinson is the boyfriend and father of the 2 youngest children. Robinson sent a text via Facebook saying, I'm coming, and I'm coming to kill your people. He sends another series of messages saying, I'm coming, Blank, and call the cops now, I'm coming. At approximately 10:30, Robinson called her via Facebook and told her he was on his way to kill her grandmother and grandfather. This is not the first time he has made these threats. She remembered him asking her for a knife, his knife or a knife. Blank called the non-emergency phone number to the police and told them what he had told her. Okay, and then it talks about the actual call. States that she's talking to her boyfriend about 5 minutes ago, and he threatened to come over and kill the grandparents. Mel just got out of the mental health center. He's not taking meds. He was on foot. Did not say a means how he planned on doing this. He had no weapons. What's the date? October 13th. Okay. Blank called the non-emergency number once again for a second time, reporting notes from the call. Blank calling back saying Mel is outside throwing rocks at the window. And it tells about his clothing. States she hadn't seen the Mel outside, but he is only one that would throw rocks at the window. Then she heard Robinson at the front porch. He was throwing rocks. She called the police again. She spoke to the officers. After the officers left, 5-10 minutes later, she heard screaming downstairs and an altered blank in her bedroom. Went downstairs, but discovered the doors were locked. She could not gain entry, and she called 911 again. Suspects that Robinson may have gone into Blank's apartment while she was speaking to police outside. Utilizes a black LG phone with Wi-Fi only, communicates through Facebook messaging. Search warrant. So what they did is two sets of buccal swabs from the inner cheek, latent print, standard left and right hand, digital photographs to document any details of his injuries, any and all clothing, jewelry worn, swabs of suspect's blood from victims on Robinson's skin. What's this? Search warrant for his body. So they got 10 prints, palm prints, right or palm prints, fingertips, and left and right hand, complete foot standards. Keep that in mind. Footprints. Sample of hair. And so they did an audio and visual thing and gave him his Miranda rights. He gave them a full confession. And he said it was premeditated. He had the intentions of killing the whole family, even his own children. Holy crap. He hid inside the bathroom and the kitchen of the residence for hours until he violently attacked Blank and eventually killed her. Oh my God. He was in the house the whole time. What's wrong with these cops? Wow. Dude got into the house. Okay, Juan entered a structure owned by the, or in possession, let's see. Okay. Wow. It's horrible.
Unknown caller.
Uh-oh, hold on. Hold on. Forgot to put it on silent. Nobody I know. Nobody I know. Right, I know. All right. We are going to watch a show. And I'm sure people have seen it on YouTube. Hold on a minute. This guy actually scares me. This is on, I gotta give him a like, crime scene cleanup. Now, this is where, hold on a minute, let me fix this. This is actually the crime scene. Okay, guys? So, here we go.
Do you ever wonder what happens when the police leave? Crime scene cleaners are private companies that handle the cleanup after the police are gone. Spalding Decon is one of the nation's largest cleanup companies, handling the aftermath of homicides, suicides, decompositions, hoarding, and much more. These are our stories.
Today,
Okay, look at this, you guys.
We have a little bit of a sad story. This is a crime scene cleanup murder situation that actually the detectives just opened a house this morning.
My mom got murdered early in the morning by my own cousin's boyfriend. She was badly murdered, beaten and stabbed to death.
Doesn't that give you the chills? Look at that crime scene. Hold on a minute. I gotta share this. Oops. Yes, I know, right? I think he did all that damage with the bat. Here we go.
All right. Well, hey, good morning, everyone. Ed and Chris is Spalding Decon, Southwest Florida. Today, we have a little bit of a sad story. This is a crime scene cleanup murder situation that actually the detectives just opened a house this morning. The daughter of the mother that was the victim here was here this morning with the detectives. I think they got everything opened up to the crime scene, so now we can go in and do our job.
Yeah, so I got a phone call from the client probably about 7 days ago, actually the day that it happened. She called me, a little bit in shock, talking very rapidly and, trying to tell her story, obviously very upset because this was her mother. Yeah, circumstances are tragic. Unfortunately, this individual came into her home, attacked her, and then barricaded himself in the home and was eventually arrested. He did manage to make it out of a back door, and he ran down the street, and he was captured actually in front of a school, not that far. But thank goodness he was apprehended. He is in custody now, and the unfortunate results are, it falls back on to our client now to, reach out to us and employ our services to come out and clean this up. She was fortunate enough to reach out to a advocacy for the city, which we are in conjunction with. So we were fortunate enough now that we are all working together to get her some coverage, monetary coverage for this incident. So any little bit helps.
Our deal here today is we're going to go in and clean up the scene. It really involves 2 rooms. Looks like there was this thing was a blunt force trauma murder scene, and apparently there was some dragging that was involved, and so the body kind of laid in 2 different spots at different times, as the blood trail tells us. So we're really just glad that we can get this. I know the client daughter, she is just so.
Oh God, you guys. Isn't that insane? This is the legit murder scene. Right. I was going to say something. But I do know that a bat, when you're hit with a bat to the head, you do get like splatter and blood like that because I lived it, okay, with my ex. He did 10 years in prison. Yeah. You never forget the sound of a baseball bat to the head. Never in my life will I forget that noise. I never thought about the fact that homeowners have to. I know. I didn't either until I watched this. All right, here we go.
So over it at this point in time. I guess it was about a week ago. This originally.
7 days today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she, at this point, she's really trying to turn the page and get on with life. So that's what we're here. Service we'll be able to offer today is that, at least there's no more memory and visible aspects of this, and they can start the healing process.
Oh, he's branded now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got his shirt
official.
on. Yeah. So this is Bobby. He's joining us, and this is going to be his first crime scene. So
Yep.
I think he's ready for it. And I'm going to be the runner. So whatever these 2 guys tell me they need, and I run back out here to the truck, run it over there to them. That way, Ed can work just solely with Bobby, walking him through all the steps and getting him a good education and a good training on the whole process.
I wanted to see how far over here this goes. Look, you can see the footprint. So I couldn't even see that footprint.
His footprints are all over the house. It's okay. You know what? I think that's why I'm so messed up today, honestly. My life was almost taken 3 times. There's a lot people don't know. That's okay, because I barely can talk about what happened to me today. I haven't been able to.
Oh yeah.
What we're seeing is a little bit of remnants from this morning when the detectives were here. They've actually marked, where you see these yellow stickies that says E for evidence, there's blood. So there's actually blood right here on the bed sheet. Yeah,
Evidence, I mean, they're done with
they're
it.
done.
Okay,
They're done.
okay.
And then that's, look, there's one on the floor right there with a B.
Part A helps go into the pores of the concrete and pull the blood to the surface so that we can then, we'll use the extractor. We'll extract and everything, and then we'll go to the point where we'll keep coming back with indicator until it doesn't light up anymore.
Okay.
And this is where you want to make sure you don't.
Oh my God.
Biohazard?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna go get the extractor, breaking it down and sucking it up through the extractor.
The daughter of the victim is very involved, very emotional, very outspoken, dealing with that emotional side of it and trying to be supportive. And then, the unfortunate thing is, we're in the middle of this pandemic wearing masks and you can't hug somebody, you can't express your sympathy other than to say, I'm sorry. I feel like I've said that, so many times, and I'd like to give.
I don't know if I could do something like that. Especially the ones that people unalive themselves. I mean, I'm sitting here watching it, but that's a totally different thing. I'm not there in the room. You know what I mean? What a horrible crime scene.
Give people hugs. So it's been that's been difficult for me.
Yeah, I think she needed a hug.
Yeah, I think
You can tell.
the aunt did too. Yeah. This was, the aunt came down and, she kind of stands in the doorway and looks and then has her breakdown. Can't do a whole lot to console this person, which would totally be different from my nature if we weren't in the middle of a pandemic.
My mom got murdered on October 14th, early in the morning by my own cousin's boyfriend. And she was badly murdered, beaten and stabbed to death. Due to that fact, I had contacted your company to come out to clean my mom's home. You guys have been very nice, very generous towards me. You have respected me the whole time and never once disrespected me. And I really do appreciate it. And you've sent your condolences to me and my family, and I really do appreciate it. Probably about 10 years ago, I had worked for 24/7 cleaning and restoration. I did it for about a year and did just a couple of jobs with the bio cleanup and a couple of jobs similar to this.
Did you hear that? Wow, I don't remember that when I watched this the first time. She used to clean up crime scenes herself. Wow. I know, right? Yeah. The sad thing, they don't do anything to help these families. Hey, how are you, AP? I want to thank everybody for being here. This is a case of, because, they're being careful with the victims because of Marsy's Law. But this is Juan Robinson. He did an awful murder. Awful.
This and a couple that are worse than this. And it's not an easy job. It's a very, hard, consistent job to do. And I really do appreciate what you guys are doing because some people don't have the stomach for this and not very many people want to do the job that you're doing.
Tina, no, thank you for reaching out to us. And I'm really glad that we can help you and, getting the advocate involved was crucial for you.
Yes.
I know that.
Yes, very, very crucial.
Yeah, they've been helpful and your boss, it's just an outstanding thing for
Yes.
him. Yeah, well, we want to restore the property and get it back to, as good a condition as we can and hand it back over to you. So like you said, you can just be done with this.
Yeah, just get
go
the stuff
back
that
to work.
Yes, and go back to
Go back
work
to
and, get the personal belongings of my mother's out of the home. So, I can have more peace of mind and I don't have to come back here and be reminded of
Yeah.
what happened inside this house.
Yeah, we're really glad we can help you with that.
Thank you very so much. I really do appreciate it. I give you a hug, but due to COVID, we can't do this.
I know.
Fist bump.
I know, right?
Fist bump.
I said that at the very beginning of this. I said, when you guys came up, my nature is to hug people.
Yeah.
With
It's like, no, fist bumps.
yes.
Just be strong. Don't let things get to you, because when things get to you in life, that's when bad things happen. And just be strong through these times. It's really hard for me and to get through this, but I have some family behind me and friends and family coworkers that have been behind me 100% through this. And if you have somebody to lean on, really lean on them and ask them for encouragement so that you can get through these troubling times like I am now. You'll get through this. It gets harder and harder, but it will get easier and easier eventually in life. Just think positive and you'll get through it 100%.
Blood, especially in the concrete, when it sits for a week like this, it becomes a whole different level of trying to get it extracted out of the concrete and cleaned off the surfaces.
You know what this blue stuff is yet?
That wasn't something from the police detectives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their version of indicator.
Evidence and little stickies over
Yeah,
here.
well, she definitely was laying here trying to grab a hold. Yeah, if she's laying here, I think this is all her.
Dear God, what did he do to her? Hey, Marine. Hey, girl. Hey. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Boy, that's a lot of blood. He must have been drinking her around.
We're trying to grab a hold of this table. We are removing a parquet wood floor that was well cemented to the to the foundation. So it's a little difficult. A lot of times, if these are on top of a subfloor, plywood subfloor, they come off a lot easier. Yeah, so we got it all kind of went, and we got it as far down as it went. So we're probably about a 2.5 foot area.
So all that's foaming is blood?
Yeah, it's indicating blood. And when we originally came in, there was a stream coming down here, and it looked like it might have just been a little area like this. But you can see when we pull that out, it actually went a little bit of both directions. I believe it was the perpetrators. The body didn't seem to go any further than this, but there were footprints over here at the sink and over by the refrigerator. So that's why we're over here.
All right. Well, we are in the home stretch here.
Okay. What this sounds like to me, that she didn't even see this coming. I mean, if he was hiding in the bathroom or wherever it was, all I hope, this is all I ever hope, if you believe in God or higher power or whatever it may be, I always have that thought, they would not let people suffer and hurt. That's what I always think of with this kind of stuff.
We have all the contaminated flooring up. What we're going to do is go back through. There's definitely some areas on the concrete and now some of the exposed concrete from under the parquet flooring that we need to continue to treat and do with the extractor. So that's kind of the phase we're at right now. All the walls and baseboards and trims and tabletop flat surfaces that were contaminated are decontaminated. So really it's about the floors right now. So the extractor, so what I'm doing is I'm putting the hospital grade disinfectant and cleaning solution in here. So we're going to go through, we have the floor being treated right now with some of our proprietary chemicals. And so we'll go through then with the extractor, and I'll put another treatment on there, and then we'll continue this process. Our job here is done when extract everything out of the concrete.
Okay. So the extractor kind of lays down shockwave while simultaneously vacuuming.
That is correct, yes. We just cleaned the kitchen area, but that's where the largest pool of blood was, and this is probably the second largest pool of blood. Originally, the body was laying here, and then I guess he drug her in there and kind of was kind of barricading in that area. Good thing
Wow.
is he's where he's supposed to be right now. Getting as a matter of fact, I think they said he was maybe pleading insanity. Had some additional issues.
Okay, so he's probably going with the insanity plea, right? You know, I should find out. There's a lot of court documents to this, but I want to say, okay, you'd have to be insane to do something like this, this horrific. But let me tell you something. He was problems. He started being a problem since what, 2009? Since he was a teenager. Yeah. But I do want to say, I watched something a couple days ago that really threw me. There was a guy that talked about he was like a hitman, right? And they asked him questions about, I do too. Oh, I know. And what he wasn't insane. He sat there, yes, and he knew. So I'm watching this guy that, you know, kills people, and he said it's the strangest thing ever. They asked if he felt bad. At the time, he said no. He goes, I cannot explain it. It was like a high. I cut their stomach open. He explained the look in their eyes when he was taking their life. He goes, I don't know what came about me. I tore out the heart and I took a bite of it. I'm like, what? What the hell? You were kidding me. That's the first time I ever heard there was a question actually how you felt, if you felt bad. That's sick.
This is the final go through one last time. Make sure we didn't leave any lights on. Make sure we didn't leave any equipment. You know, just one last final sweep of everything. Looks pretty good as opposed to the way we found it. So we're pleased with that. And you know, now code enforcement can come back in and take the sign down off the door. And you know, the homeowner said that she will probably never do anything with this place ever again. This was, you know, her sister's home, and you know, it's very difficult for her to come down here and still remember and imagine, you know, what happened here. So she's just going to just leave it for now and maybe never do anything with it. So
Bobby, you survived your first bio cleanup.
I did.
How do you feel about it?
Feel good. It wasn't that bad, considering.
Excited to do more?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Well, bad in the sense of you know the blood and everything,
yeah.
not so bad, but that floor was hard work.
Yeah.
That might have been the hardest workout the last couple of days.
Probably. Yeah.
Thought it was going to be easier.
you're not shoveling hoard was hard.
Yeah. Actually, I like the hoarding. I don't mind the hoarding.
Oh my gosh. What's your wife think about you doing this?
I told her about it last week when you had mentioned it to me. She's like, "Oh, that's so cool."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, it should be."
Yeah.
So she's like, "I'm telling everybody at work, and they think it's cool."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." We'll see.
But wait
Get
till
them to follow us.
we'll get some stuff up on Instagram or whatever.
Okay, that's the end of it. They're just talking. But those people do some amazing work. They help families. They are the families that can't afford it. Oh God, I can't even think. Oh, what a horrible way. It was the aunt. They're not saying because of Marcy's law. A lot of it was the names and the ages were redacted from the reports. And hi, how are you? I know, evil. I mean, can you imagine that? They liked watching somebody die and seeing the life be taken, watching their eyes. I don't know. I think law enforcement failed this family. That's Lee County for you in Florida, in my opinion. Especially when he was threatening to unalive the grandmother, which actually he got to the auntie. I know, right? It is very sad. And when I seen he was housed with Wade Wilson, I'm like, oh, wonder how that worked out. I know, isn't that crazy? Yes. And so they're going to use the insanity plea. He knew what he was doing. You always think you have to be insane to do something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Welcome to Crazy Florida. Exactly where oh, it's pretty though. I heard it's a nice place to visit. I'm going to be coming out there sometime. Not sure when. And you guys know that Jesse Wade's girlfriend made me lose my channel because she's just she sucks. I'll just say it like that. But I got so much I want to share with you guys. So many people I talk to, so many things I can share. I mean, I talk to people on death row and everything. I will, for sure. Believe me, I'll make a big deal about it. Oh, yeah. She needs to leave people alone. Yes, she does. Because let me tell you something. Her problem is with me because I was the big mouth, okay? Anything I did with her in it got recorded. She took my whole TikTok channel down. I'm like, what the F is going on? I even got a community guideline. It was Stewie, and I had her picture that was in like Stewie's mind where he wanted the thought to get out of his mind. So he had a bat hitting the floor. And that was harassment. But you know, Jesse, I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue exposing you and Wade and the money. So also she told her little minions to report channels that are talking about her or that make them look bad. Yeah, me. Little old me. Jesse did. I've never had any problems with my channel until I covered the Wade Wilson case. I know. I see people that actually go after families of missing children. You know what pisses me off? And I'm going to say it. What pisses me off is I helped a lot of families because that's what I do. And when I got on Wade Wilson's case, it was because, boy, look at him. He's odd. And he was going to do pro se. But then I thought something's going on with the money. And that's what I kept stressing from day one. The money, follow the money, follow the money. And look at, I was right. But what sucks, you people know my mom died of cancer. And within my studio, I had the videos of my mother because I wasn't too good at tech stuff. So my precious videos of my mother from 2019 until she died was in my YouTube studio. I asked YouTube, can I please have the videos of my mother back? Because that's where they were stored. You don't think you're going to lose your channel, right? No. My friends want me to move there with them. I know I want to live somewhere tropical. Me too. Just scared to move to another state by myself. I agree. I know, right? That's all right. Because you know what? God don't like ugly. And Jesse, karma's coming. I can guarantee you that. I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know what. I was reviewing her words. That's the thing. I was reviewing her words just like everybody else. This is crazy. But just so people know, waiting, getting out, you dumbasses. Save your money for your family. They laugh at you on the phone calls. And Jesse, you're just as guilty as Wade. You're like the bookie. You're really good at scamming. You are good at scamming. You won't be good at scamming me. No. Everybody else you are. IRS will be coming too. Can you imagine that? Over $100,000, you guys. Where did it go? Where did all that money go? I mean, they're asking people for 10,000 here, 20,000 there. I'm just in shock. 2,000 here. Then they're laughing at every one of you. Oh, what I did find, and I'm very happy, and I'm going to go through it because, Jesse, you're not going to stop me. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. She thought she was good and had things sealed for the, because her suing Lee County. Okay. I got the documents. Yes, I do. I'm really good at what I do, Jesse. You're not going to stop me, and I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to go through those documents that you tried to seal up. Was it Jesse that got arrested after a car accident? I didn't hear about that. Really? If she got into a car accident, she caused it on purpose. Just saying. No. Oh, that would be wonderful to find out. A car accident would suck, okay? Somebody would get hurt. I don't wish harm on that girl. I don't. But you know what? She needs to be exposed for her evil and bad behavior and stealing people's money. In Lake County. Hold on a minute. I'm going to look for something. Okay, I'm looking at Lake County right now, and I'm trying to find overview maybe. Shoot. Why can't you look up if there's been an inmate there? Shoot. Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on this to see if this is true. I'm going to find out. I'll research it today. It's going to be worth it to me because you know what? That girl made this shit personal with me. She sure did. All right. Okay, I just want to share what this demon did. I don't understand how people could do this. Yeah, Does anybody have any last thoughts about this case? Comments, whatever it may be? All I gotta say is RIP to the lady. This is horrible. He's getting the death penalty. He admitted it. He did it. He made a statement, whatever it may be. I think I might follow this case. I think I'm gonna follow this case, the trial. I feel for you. I lost my mom this past March to cancer right after my 50th birthday. I had been her. Oh my God, that sounds like me. Oh, your son was murdered? Oh my God. That is horrible. Jeez. You know, that's so funny, Christy. I took care of my mom for 10 years. I was by her side. I moved in with her, and then I moved into my own apartment next to her, took care of her. First, we found out my dad had cancer, and I was taking him to his cancer treatments 5 days a week to the hospital, mind you, for months. And then we found out as I was taking him to cancer treatment that she had cancer, and it went from her lungs to her brain. She died 29 days later. It was horrible. The most horrible thing I've ever been through in my life. I'll never get over it. It is awful. I'm so sorry. That's horrible. You know what? let's see. No, my kids are 31, 33, 35, 37. They're in their 30s. I can't imagine. I mean, I still call my kids my babies. Like with Kayla, everybody knows who Kayla is. I always say, you're a naughty girl. You're a naughty girl. Kayla is a naughty girl. Ever since she was little. Once her little brother was born, she changed. She got a little attitude, and she hasn't snapped out of it. But yes, I love my babies. It was truly awful. I was so mad that the girl took your precious videos. Yeah. Yep, she took my videos away from me of my mom and of my dad. My dad's cancer treatment. And I don't know why YouTube can't work with me so I can get those videos back, because they had a playlist. My mom's cancer journey, a new beginnings, and my dad's cancer journey too. She's going to get hers. Believe me, I feel it. She's so fake. She's so rude. Taking advantage of all those people and their money. And she wishes harm on people's life. Yes, you do, Jesse. Yes. Oh, yeah. It's so hard watching them decline and keeping up with meds and everything, all working full time too. Oh. When did this happen? Let me look at your comment. Oh my God, this year. Oh my God, so this is all fresh. I mean, it don't matter anyways. It's still trauma. It's horrible. Oh my God, so this is fresh. Yep. And I don't call. I've been telling everybody what she did to me. I know, a headline bitch. I know I'm talking. I can't help it because I'm angry, but more so I'm hurt and sad because all those videos. All right, I'm gonna go for now because I'm gonna quit bitching about Jesse. But anyways, RIP to this poor lady. And it was crazy to put together the video from this actual scene. And then you get a better understanding how, because if we're not in the courtroom, I'm sure it's different because, you know, they don't show the pictures. But this, we got to see the cleanup. How awful is that? Yeah, I am. Oh, no. That's crazy. I love you too. Thank you for being here like always. Take care, headline bitch. You guys, I call her headline bitch. It's just our thing. I'm not being mean. Just so you know. Ain't that right, headline bitch? I'm so sorry, Christy. I am so sorry. No, thank you. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to keep up with this case because he's got trial coming up in January. And I'll see if it's going to be, I doubt it's going to be streamed. Oh. I follow crime, just trying to understand the justice system. I know. I mean, I always learn something every day, okay? But hearing how a suspect felt taking somebody's life, describing it, blew me away. And then actually reading these reports, and then actually seeing the crime scene. You get a whole different feel for this kind of stuff. Okay, I'm going to shut up. And I'm going to go. And Christy, come around anytime. I've never seen you before. And I'm so, so sorry. So sorry. And I want to thank everybody for coming through. I love you all. I appreciate you all. You know that. You already have the trial. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine being there. Wow. All right, everybody. I'll see you all later. What was I going to do? I was going to play something here, and I can't find it. Yeah, I'll give you my email address right here. You know what? I even told Jessie. Yes, I'm getting back to Jessie again. That she can contact me if she got a problem with me. And I said that if she wanted me to, I would even take the videos down. Sure did. No, she had to do it the Colbert way. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Okay. Goodbye. Do, 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 do.